Welcome to the Food, Environment and Health channel. Tune in to hear about the double-edged sword of cereal cultivation, spanning the tragic history of nutrient deficiencies in Europe to the globally recognized cereal brands of today, highlighting both the boons and the pitfalls of one of humanity's most significant changes in nutrition. Today we are talking about cereals. The foundations of modern nutrition were established about 10,000 years ago with the development of agriculture, but in the last 60 years, over half of our energy intake has come from cereals. Now here are two stories about how, thanks to cereals, we became acquainted with health problems, one from the Middle Ages and one from a more recent time. The first story takes place in the Middle Ages. The Spaniards conquered a new continent and found there a tasty and energy-rich food that was suitable for cultivation and would centuries later become a hallmark of their cuisine. That is corn. Corn was transferred to Europe, but on this occasion, the Spaniards did not also transfer the Native American practice of soaking the corn in an ash solution before cooking. This Native American practice had, among other purposes, to release vitamin B3 and facilitate its absorption from the intestines into the bloodstream. A large part of the European population, for whom corn became the main source of energy, fell ill with pellagra. The disease was named after the Spanish word pel, which means skin, because the first symptoms appeared on the skin. Following skin inflammation, other symptoms appear, primarily diarrhea and dementia. Ultimately, it leads to death, because life is not possible without vitamin B3. While the Spaniards were dying of pellagra due to corn, cereals began to rule the world, infectious diseases ravaged overcrowded cities, and the diet of the poor population of Asia was reduced to 2 or 3 portions of rice porridge. Polishing rice became especially trendy. White rice looked cleaner, lasted longer, and tasted better but had half the amount of vitamin B1 compared to unpolished rice, and a new disease quickly emerged among those who ate only polished rice. They called it beriberi. Those suffering from beriberi experienced digestive problems, pain in the bones and muscles, all eventually leading to heart failure and death. The Middle Ages ended, but cereals remained with us. Now here's a more recent story about a company known worldwide for its cereal products, biscuits, crackers, snacks, waffles, and Crunch Muesli. The company was founded in 1906 by two brothers, Will and Dr. John. Dr. John, a respected doctor, always mocked his younger brother for his incompetence and lower education level. Being a member of the Adventist Church, Dr. John believed that human nutrition should be based exclusively on plant foods, so he tried to introduce cereals into the regular diet, especially for patients suffering from intestinal issues he encountered daily. Dr. John's first product was essentially a crumbled biscuit made from baked corn and oats, which he and his brother named Granula, a bad idea because a product with a similar name already existed in the market. To avoid legal troubles, the brothers decided to change the product's name to granola. Granola quickly became popular with the slogan "Even Dad could make breakfast now." However, the granola devised by Dr. John was not nearly as tasty as today's version because he was obsessed with fighting against sweet and spicy foods and animal-derived foods, which he claimed encouraged lust and immorality. Meanwhile, his younger brother Will, who had grown into a top marketing expert, had more flexible views. He saw the opportunity to enrich himself by selling a better-tasting product to a large number of people because he quickly realized that people preferred something quick and tasty over something healthy. Soon a conflict erupted between the brothers because John's idea was that the product had to be healthy and without added sugar. Thus cornflakes or corn flexes were created. Dr. John made a bland cornflake which was very good for the intestines, but Will sweetened the cornflakes with high fructose corn syrup and became rich from selling it. A war broke out over cornflakes between the brothers, ending in court, ruling in favor of Will. After this, Dr. John, financially strapped and disappointed, spent the rest of his life practicing medicine and treating many famous people, including Thomas Edison. He died at 91, just like his much wealthier brother. I don't know what you concluded from this story. It's not exactly a fairy tale where goodness triumphs. In any case, their company is still on the market today, more successful than ever, standing shoulder to shoulder with other companies fighting against labeling products containing genetically modified ingredients. Why am I talking about this? Today, processed cereals dominate our diet. During the Middle Ages, they caused vitamin deficiencies, influenced the onset of diabetes and obesity in previous decades, and there is one more incredible thing. For the first time in history, in recent decades, we are encountering the term hidden hunger. Hidden hunger refers to a phenomenon where obese individuals show deficiencies in vitamins and minerals. It is ironic, but true, because people were previously obese from eating too much food, which contained beneficial ingredients, but today people are obese from consuming too many snacks and sweets based on cereals, which are not food and contain nothing useful. Thank you for your attention. Topic of cereals. If you liked this video,
to them,
please click the like, share,
but
and
also
subscribe
some of the
buttons.
most
Significant health problems we have today.